In a world filled with constant distractions, staying focused has become more challenging than ever. Every notification, every ping, every new shiny object threatens to pull us away from what truly matters. But what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't isn't intelligence or talent. It's the ability to maintain focus and avoid procrastination. Let me ask you something. How many times have you set a goal, started with enthusiasm, only to find yourself distracted and off track a few days later? You're not alone. According to research, the average person is distracted every 40 seconds when working on a computer. That's nearly 200 distractions in a typical workday. But here's the thing. Focus isn't just about productivity. It's about living intentionally. It's about directing your energy toward what truly matters, rather than letting external forces dictate your attention. When you're constantly distracted, you're essentially letting other people's priorities become your own. Think about the most successful people you know or admire. What sets them apart isn't just their talent or intelligence, it's their ability to focus deeply on what matters most. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, attributes much of his success to his ability to say no to almost everything except what truly deserves his attention. The good news is that focus is a skill that can be developed. Just like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And in today's video, I'm going to share practical strategies to help you strengthen your focus muscle and overcome procrastination once and for all. But before we dive in, let's understand why we procrastinate in the first place. Procrastination isn't about laziness, it's about emotion regulation. We procrastinate to avoid negative emotions associated with a task, whether it's boredom, anxiety, frustration, or self-doubt. By recognizing this, we can address the root cause rather than just treating the symptoms. The first strategy to overcome procrastination is what I call task decomposition. Break down large, intimidating tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. Our brains love completion. We get a dopamine hit every time we finish something. By breaking tasks down, you create more opportunities for these small wins, which keeps motivation high. For example, instead of setting a goal to write a report, break it down into research for 30 minutes, create an outline, write the introduction, and so on. Each of these smaller tasks feels more approachable and gives you a clear starting point. Another powerful technique is the Pomodoro Technique. This involves working in focused bursts of 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This approach works because it aligns with how our brains naturally function. We're not designed to focus intensely for hours on end without breaks. During each 25-minute work session, eliminate all distractions. Put your phone on silent and out of sight, close unnecessary browser tabs, and let others know you're in a focused work period. These short, intense work sessions make it easier to maintain concentration because you know a break is coming soon. Now, let's talk about environment design. Your physical environment significantly impacts your ability to focus. Create a dedicated workspace that signals to your brain it's time to work. Keep it clean and organized. Physical clutter leads to mental clutter. Consider using visual cues to reinforce your intentions. This could be as simple as having a specific notebook for important tasks or wearing particular clothes when you need to focus deeply. These environmental triggers help prime your brain for the task at hand. One of the most underrated aspects of maintaining focus is energy management. Your brain consumes a significant amount of energy when focusing deeply. If you're physically exhausted or mentally drained, maintaining concentration becomes nearly impossible. Ensure you're getting adequate sleep, eating nutritious foods, and engaging in regular physical activity. Exercise, in particular, has been shown to enhance cognitive function and improve concentration. Even a short walk can refresh your mind and boost your ability to focus. Another crucial aspect of maintaining focus is managing digital distractions. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. Each time you check your phone, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain your concentration. Consider using apps that block distracting websites during work periods, or setting specific times to check email and social media. Turn off non-essential notifications on your devices. Remember, most notifications are designed to pull your attention away from what you're doing. They serve the sender's interests, not yours. Now, let's address a common misconception about focus: multitasking. Many people pride themselves on being great multitaskers, but research consistently shows that multitasking is a myth. What we're actually doing is task switching, and it comes at a significant cognitive cost. Each time you switch between tasks, your brain needs time to refocus, which reduces your overall efficiency. Studies show that multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Instead of trying to do multiple things at once, focus on one task at a time, complete it, or reach a natural stopping point, and then move on to the next. One of the most powerful tools for maintaining focus is having a clear purpose. When you understand why a task matters, how it connects to your larger goals and values, it becomes easier to stay committed even when it's challenging. Take a moment to reflect on why each task on your to-do list matters. How does it connect to your broader objectives? When you have a compelling why, the how becomes easier to manage. Another effective strategy is time blocking. Instead of working from a traditional to-do list, schedule specific blocks of time for different activities. This turns your calendar into a time management tool and helps ensure that your most important tasks get the time and attention they deserve. Be realistic about how long tasks will take. Most people underestimate the time required by 25 to 50%. And don't forget to schedule blocks for rest and recovery. Remember, sustained focus requires periods of renewal. Now let's talk about the role of accountability in maintaining focus. When we're accountable to someone else, we're more likely to follow through on our commitments. Find an accountability partner, someone who shares similar goals or values, and check in with each other regularly. You can also create systems of accountability for yourself. This might involve tracking your progress, setting up consequences for not following through, or rewarding yourself when you maintain focus for a set period. One often overlooked aspect of focus is the power of saying no. Every time you say yes to something, you're implicitly saying no to something else. Be intentional about what deserves your attention, and don't be afraid to decline requests that don't align with your priorities. This doesn't mean being selfish, it means being clear about what matters most to you, and protecting your time and energy accordingly. Remember, you can't do everything, but you can do the most important things well. Let's also address the role of mindfulness in developing focus. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. Regular mindfulness practice has been shown to enhance concentration, reduce stress, and improve cognitive flexibility. Even a few minutes of mindfulness meditation each day can strengthen your ability to direct and sustain attention. Start with just 5 minutes of focused breathing each morning, and gradually increase the duration as your capacity for sustained attention improves. Another powerful technique for maintaining focus is what psychologists call implementation intentions. These are specific plans that detail when, where, and how you'll take action. For example, instead of saying, "I'll work on my project this week," say, "I'll work on my project at my desk from 9 to 11 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday." This level of specificity eliminates ambiguity and reduces the mental energy required to initiate action. It also helps bypass the decision-making process that often leads to procrastination. Now, let's talk about managing internal distractions, those thoughts and feelings that pull your attention away from the task at hand. One effective approach is to keep a distraction pad nearby. When distracting thoughts arise, quickly jot them down and return to your task. This acknowledges the thought without allowing it to derail your focus. For emotional distractions like anxiety or self-doubt, practice self-compassion. Recognize that these feelings are normal and don't indicate a lack of ability or commitment. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend facing similar challenges. Another important aspect of maintaining focus is understanding your personal energy patterns. Most people have specific times of day when they're naturally more alert and focused. Identify your peak energy periods and schedule your most demanding tasks during these times. If you're a morning person, tackle complex projects early in the day when your mind is fresh. If you tend to hit your stride in the afternoon or evening, adjust your schedule accordingly. Working with your natural rhythms rather than against them makes it easier to maintain concentration. Let's also address the importance of regular breaks. Contrary to what many believe, taking breaks doesn't reduce productivity, it enhances it. Our brains aren't designed for marathon focus sessions. They need regular periods of rest to consolidate information and recharge. The key is to make your breaks truly restorative. Scrolling through social media or checking email doesn't count as a break for your brain. Instead, step away from screens, move your body, get some fresh air, or engage in a brief mindfulness practice. Now, let's talk about the role of habits in maintaining focus. When you establish strong habits, you reduce the mental energy required to initiate and sustain action. Over time, these habits become automatic, requiring less conscious effort to maintain. Start by identifying the habits that support your focus. Perhaps it's beginning each day with a planning session, turning off notifications during work periods, or taking a short walk before tackling challenging tasks. Then, work on consistently implementing these habits until they become second nature. Another powerful strategy is what I call focus triggers, specific actions or rituals that signal to your brain it's time to concentrate. This could be putting on particular music, brewing a cup of tea, or arranging your workspace in a certain way. Over time, these triggers create a Pavlovian response, helping your brain shift into focus mode more quickly. Let's also address the role of technology in enhancing focus. While technology is often blamed for our distraction epidemic, certain tools can actually support sustained attention. Consider using apps designed to block distractions, track your time, or implement techniques like the Pomodoro method. Remember, technology is neither inherently good nor bad. It's how we use it that matters. Be intentional about which tools you incorporate into your workflow and regularly assess whether they're serving your goals or detracting from them. Now let's talk about the power of deep work. Coined by author Cal Newport, deep work refers to the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. It's in this state of deep concentration that we produce our most valuable work and experience the greatest satisfaction. To cultivate deep work, start by scheduling specific blocks of time dedicated solely to focused work. During these periods, eliminate all distractions and work on a single, important task. Begin with shorter sessions, perhaps 30 to 60 minutes, and gradually extend them as your capacity for sustained focus improves. Another important aspect of maintaining focus is managing expectations, both your own and others. Be realistic about what you can accomplish in a given time frame and communicate your boundaries clearly to those around you. If you're working on an important project, let colleagues know you'll be less responsive during certain hours. If you're tackling a challenging task, set reasonable goals for what you can accomplish in each session. Unrealistic expectations often lead to frustration and diminished focus. Let's also address the role of physical movement in enhancing concentration. Sitting in one position for extended periods not only impacts physical health but can also reduce mental alertness. Incorporate movement breaks into your work routine. Stretch, do a few jumping jacks, or take a short walk around your space. Even subtle movements like standing or using a fidget tool can help maintain alertness during focused work periods. Our bodies and minds are interconnected. What benefits one typically benefits the other as well. Now let's talk about the importance of reflection in developing focus. Regular reflection helps you identify patterns, refine strategies, and celebrate progress. At the end of each day or week, take a few minutes to assess your focus. What worked well? What challenges did you face? How might you approach things differently next time? This reflective practice creates a feedback loop that allows for continuous improvement. Over time, you'll develop a personalized approach to focus that aligns with your unique needs and circumstances. As we near the end of this video, I want to emphasize that developing focus is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when concentration comes easily and days when it feels nearly impossible. The key is consistency, showing up day after day, implementing these strategies, and gradually strengthening your capacity for sustained attention. Remember, the goal isn't perfect focus, it's progress. Celebrate small wins, learn from setbacks, and maintain a growth mindset throughout the process. With time and practice, what once required significant effort will become second nature. In conclusion, focus isn't just about productivity. It's about living intentionally. It's about directing your limited time and energy toward what truly matters, rather than being pulled in countless directions by external demands and internal distractions. By implementing the strategies we've discussed, breaking tasks down using techniques like the Pomodoro method, designing your environment, managing energy, limiting digital distractions, practicing mindfulness, and establishing supportive habits, you can significantly enhance your ability to maintain focus and avoid procrastination. So what's one strategy from this video that you'll implement today? Remember, small, consistent actions lead to significant changes over time. Your capacity for focus isn't fixed. It's a skill that can be developed with practice and patience. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing about your focus journey in the comments below. Until next time, stay focused and keep moving forward.